Good evening everybody. Welcome to Sunday number 2. Happy Tuesday evening, one and all. I hope you're all doing well. Apologies for the late start. Let me jump straight in and have that going. There we go. Good evening all. I had a bit of a late tea tonight, so slightly delayed in starting. Good evening, Two Blues, Softy Streams, and Crozak, Will Webster, Hescan, Coplet, good evening to you. Nice to see you here. And the real Ginny, oh, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime as well. Thank you very much indeed for your support. That's super duper appreciated. Appreciate you being here. Ooh, I think I put the wrong thing out. I'll put a love heart in there. There we go. That'll be good. And what else did I miss? Andy and Apophis and Medket, all here. And Robin, good evening to you. Silent Mouse, Hekios, Trishan, good evening to you as well. Wow, and the Anku, I missed you there. Good evening, one and all. I hope you're having a lovely week so far. I hope you've made lots of gold, had lots of fun, and stayed safe with your families. Oh, Softy Streams, thank you very much for your sub as well. It's very kind of you. Oreo approves, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you for your support, and welcome on board. Hope you're doing well. Things to think about tonight. Well, it's going to be some gold making. Check on my mail and everything like that. And good news, we've got El Morte is up to level 120 now. So we have... where is that? I missed you. I can't see you now anymore. Must have travelled off. Snacksy Ramus, good evening to you, and good evening Gwilyn. How's your Tuesday so far? Hope everything is well with everyone. So yes, we've got, what have we got? We've got El Morte is now level 120, so we're all ready to get started on blacksmithing on that character. Comlet as well, coming in with your prime. And kicking off not only a coughing fit, but starting off the hype train as well. Thank you very much, Comlet, that's very kind of you. Sorry, excuse me. That's my food slowly going down the wrong way. Do apologise. Vendulis, good evening to you as well. Good evening. Thanks for getting me into gold making. Made 200k your first week, which is good for you. That's fantastic. Excellent. Congratulations on that. That's brilliant. Jeannie, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. So yeah, we got a lot of things we could probably look at tonight. It is only the food, Silent Mouse. It just came on just from finishing there. Got to support my friend. Oh, that's very kind of you, Comlet. And did I get the alpha? Sadly, no alpha for me. We've got no extra alpha in our little window here, unfortunately. But that's not too much of a problem though, because we have lovely people like yourself with alpha, and we also have people like Mr. GM and Reckles have got alpha as well, so I can live vicariously through those. Mr. Weekhout, thank you very much for the cheer. That's super kind of you. Thank you very much for getting the level 1 complete there. Very kind of you. Doing alright apart from a nasty headache. Ouch, sorry to hear that. I've had a really sore back the other day. Yesterday. It's just kind of easing off now. But and Crozak, thank you also for using your cheer as well. Oh, we've gone straight into the level 2 hype train. That's fantastic. Thank you. Let me know. You can record screenshots. That's very kind of you, Comlet. Those that don't know, if you search for Comlet on, it will be on YouTube, won't it? If you search for Comlet, or is it Mustache Takeover? I can't remember which one is the one that YouTube will take as a search. But it's for Comlet. Okay. Feel free to link your YouTube as well if you like, and let everyone know where they can find you. You got your QWERTY tea set. Oh, excellent, Elysium. Which one did you get? Does it fit okay? Derpalicious, good evening to you. How are you doing this fine evening? Already follow. Excellent, Will. Excuse me. Right. So let's have a quick look. I managed to do most of my relisting cancels and all that lot earlier today, so we should be in a reasonable place. We've got some sales of various bits and pieces. I'll leave those for the moment. Lots of bags, Hexweed bags, Tome of Illusions has gone there. There we go. Excellent. Thank you, Comlet. It's Doom with a Metallica font. Looks awesome. Oh, excellent. I can imagine that one. I hope you like it. So we're okay on that front. I'll probably do... Ooh, we're in that, because I was buying some tokens earlier. I bought enough tokens to get myself another 6 months game time, which is why you see Samadan here looking quite poor at 375,000 gold. So we're definitely a little shy on the old gold at the moment. We'll need to rebuild our stocks. We've got a full 6 months now, so we can we've got plenty of time to rebuild our stock levels. Just in time for Shadowlands, I imagine. I won't do... Yeah, let's go and do a full cancel scan, see how quick it is tonight. Imagine we've got a few things undercut anyway, so I'll let that run through. No problems, enjoying the raw gold series. Yeah, they're really interesting to see it's interesting to see how other people approach their gold making and seeing it come through. I always enjoy that. Blazing Nemesis, good evening to you. How are you doing? How are you settling into your server? Have you managed to find yourself at least a little bit of a niche now, hopefully? Do you buy extra tokens now that they are cheap and sell when Shadowlands hits? I don't buy to sell to reinvest in tokens. I don't think you can actually do that. You can only do that with ones you actually buy with real money, I believe. But what I will do is just literally try and buy them whilst they're cheap. And looking at the graph at the moment, 173,000 they were earlier. So so that was the main thing. Oh, do you never use tokens? Oh, right, okay. I've ever since I found out about them when I got just after I got flying in Legion. That was what incentivized me to make my gold. Just the thought of being able to buy all my game time, buy all my expansions with gold in the game, just really appeals to my sense of economy and motivation. Lizelle, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. Just doing a relatively quick, actually, cancel scan. I've got a lot of stuff that has been undercut, so we'll take all of this off and repost it on. And then we'll just run through my other characters. Maybe, if we're lucky, get a Silas Brock. If not, we'll carry on, go through all my characters, just check on their gold, make sure I've done everything with them. Then we'll probably start looking at a bit of blacksmithing. And we could also think about looking at, we could maybe do a Mythic Plus later on, if people are thinking of that. It's Tuesday evening at the moment, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Heaviest. Cheer for the hype train. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you, Heaviest. Well, here, I'm going to give Cookie and Oreo a good pet for me. I certainly will. They're not with me at the moment, but if they do come up, then I'll certainly pass on the love. You made 90k last week. Ah, fantastic. Success. We got the level 1 hype train emotes. Fantastic. Thank you all for kicking that off. That was brilliant. Oh, let me just post that in the chat as well. There we go. We got the choo-choo. Ixis Sharks, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Pegors, good evening to you as well. Just missing a few here. Token is very cheap at the moment, definitely. You made 90k from pets, small time transmogs, been grinding Flight Path for Legion, plan to start farming. You know you hate it. You'd hate it at certain locations. You'd have to be grounded. Yes, I think having flying really does help, certainly. Hekios, being brand new to WoW, you can't fathom making enough gold to pay yourself. All in good time, Hekios. My wife herself has just literally recently started playing WoW, and she is doing way better than me when it comes to gold making. So it's entirely possible. I think with our characters, they're up to something like level 40. We've just gone over level 40 somewhere, and she's already got nearly 200 gold, and I have 10 gold on that character. So that just goes to show she's definitely she's got way more gold sense than me. So she's going to be off to a flying start. Don't worry, excuse me. You'll get them. Try the blacksmith market out, but your service price is so tanked you're only making gold on the stirrups. All right. Yeah, that is a good consistent one. Hopefully, I'll be able to get that one going. You should be done with your grind for BfA flying by the end of the week. Can't wait to get out of Mechagon. Yes, Mechagon, doing all the dailies does take quite a while, certainly. Getting the rep. I didn't really hang around much myself either. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. And she dumped you for Final Fantasy XIV. I've never tried Final Fantasy XIV. I loved the original. I say original. I played the 7, 8, and 9 on the PlayStation when they first came out. That was the first thing I remember of getting into the Final Fantasy series. She didn't do war mode. No, we're just sticking with running around herbalism and doing the quests in Red Ridge and Duskwood at the moment. Gives you a headache, if I'm honest. Actually, not too bad. Already finished that. Oh, that's good. No, definitely didn't try out war mode. Yeah. I am on Shadow Song EU Basic. So glad you got flying already because you quit BfA for a few months. Don't think you had the dedication to grind it again. I guess there's two factors to that. You could maybe be fresh after leaving it for a while, so coming back to it and then focus on doing that. I know my son at the moment he's going through the war campaign on the Horde side, and he's looking to unlock some of the allied races. That's his focus at the moment, including that we'll be getting flying eventually as well. Final Fantasy 11 and 14 are the MMO ones. You played lots of the other ones too. Yeah, I mean, in terms of MMOs, the only ones I really played were EverQuest, a very small amount of City of Heroes when that came out, and then a little bit of EVE Online when that came out. But I was just basically waiting for WoW to come along, really, at that point. You bought the 7th remake, and not wait until the PS5 release. Yeah, I think the 7 remake looks really good from the stuff I've seen. I've not gone too much into detail on it because I probably would wait until I eventually, maybe one day in the far distant future, get myself a PlayStation to play on, or wait for it to come on PC or something like that. That would be good. So glad you spent time getting flying a couple of months ago. I took a break and came back to the Allied race stuff. Made things so much easier. Yeah, having flying makes everything a lot easier, most definitely. Alright, we've got a load of stuff here. Filled up our bags, so let's get this posted back on. Run a post scan through to this. Played Classic in the meantime, also got the BfA Allied races, excellent. Yeah, I haven't really done much in terms of Allied races. I would like to do a bit more in terms of the game. I want to do a bit more sort of like the sort of high-end dungeon side of things, maybe look at some raids. I'd like to look at unlocking a few more races, definitely. I'd love to try a Dark Iron Dwarf Paladin. That would be quite good. Your first MMO was actually Ragnarok Online. PC was back then almost an equivalent of Tetris. Yes, that's a long time ago. I remember the name. I've never played it myself though. Got you into gold making vids. Was Old Best one of your old friends? Oh, excellent. ESO is amazing, and especially the economy. Everything sells in on this game. Gold making guilds are asking a number of cells to be a member and have a good spot on the map. Oh right, okay, that's interesting. I've never tried Elder Scrolls. I played Skyrim obviously, but never actually tried the MMO part of it. Finished all Alliance races a couple of days ago, working on the Horde ones. That's excellent. New Finn, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. You want to get all of them, including the Horde ones, to have them level before Shadowlands. That is a lot to do, but a lot of fun doing so in the meantime. I would be very tempted to do that myself. I'm really enjoying levelling at the speed that it's at the moment, and I'm really looking forward to the new levelling methods that are going to be in Shadowlands. That's also the fact that you can stick to one expansion, just sounds really good. And then the new zone sounds interesting as well. I'd like to give that one a go as well. But going to level at least one Horde before it hits, yeah. And go through the storyline as well. Go through the Horde storyline is also useful. Yeah, I mean, I don't have... If I was to focus on rep at this stage, I really ought to, in terms of allied races and doing that. Maybe that's something I need to seriously consider. Okay, we've posted all of that. Oh no, we haven't. We've got a whole lot more castles to deal with here. Not a huge amount though. Just a bag full, ideally. But I'll need to work out what reps I need to focus on in order to be able to unlock all the allied races. And what things I need to do on that side, especially the horde side. I've got a lot I haven't done on that side. Oh yes, could use a Wowhead for the tracker on that. That could, I could stick my character profile in and I'm sure they'll give me lots of pointers towards that one. One zone has so far 3 types of herbs. Oh, that's interesting, Comlet. Did I take that? Oh, items not found. Okay. Oh, that one bro guy. Thank you very much. Just a lurker nowadays, but promise you're here. Well, that's very, very kind of you. Thank you for your look and your sub. 23 months is amazing. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Almost 2 years, which is just phenomenal. So thank you, that one bro guy. It is mostly appreciated. Most appreciated, not mostly, most appreciated. And IW Twitch, thank you also for using your Prime. That's very kind of you as well. Thank you indeed. Your support is also appreciated. Thank you so much. Nightshade, Rising Glory and Death Blossom. Yeah, and there's also 6 ores as well with Shadowlands, which is definitely interesting. 6 ores and 6 herbs. Definitely going to make things interesting on that front. Okay, we've got everything there. Do we post everything? I'll have a little look, let that run through. Blazing Nemesis coming with your Prime as well. Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. Quick succession of subs. Thank you so much. So appreciated, thank you. Your Dodo Brain kept playing different characters through BfA, trying to figure out which one has the highest rep for Proudmoore, 7th Legion and Rustbot. Oh right, in terms of which character you now need to get to the highest one all the way through. That's interesting. I know it's definitely going to be mainly Samadan, and even he hasn't got exalted with everyone. So that's my main issue there. Blacksmithing is, we're going to have a look at that later, New Event. It's just started. We've literally only just began it. So now that we literally got level 120 today, thanks to the invasion that was on earlier, no, the assault that was on earlier, then we can have a look at that. And because I probably would really like to make myself some uncanny gear to get my item level up. That would be a good start. A good use of blacksmithing as well. So that is all posted on. Looks like we have everything there. I could possibly do a restock, but I think I'm okay for the moment. So I'm going to run through, just check on the other characters, make sure they're all okay. So Awakening, hoping really for a proc really on this one. 6th character to 120 as we speak. Hopefully I start getting some sales in. It's a hard time having to work during the day and getting undercut all the time. It is a tricky one, Robin, especially a lot of people are working from home and can just keep relisting their auctions, myself included on that front. Well, although saying that, I probably only list maybe once or twice at most a day. Do we have any sales? We have 0 sales. That's because most of my alchemy is below minimum price. So that's probably because of the prices of Zenithid dropping. So I'll deselect everything and I'll just do the Silas and run a cancel scan on those. As we have been undercut on a couple of things, but a lot of these are below minimum price, which is going to be slightly a bit of an issue when it comes to making gold in alchemy. So all of these are now below minimum price, so that's going to be tricky to actually make some money on this unless I start aggressively looking at my price of my Zenithid is the main thing there, and my price of my other herbs, and see if I can get those lower. That would be my next thing. But I'll at least post a few up that I do have. That'll keep that going for the moment. Toying with buying a race change to get the extra rep buff from being human on the Scribe and Alchemist. That's not a bad idea. I mean, it's not a huge amount, the human extra rep buff. I mean, with the whole rep boat buffs and everything like that, is it really worth a race change as well? I'm not sure. Check out the Wildherd Olive Race's achievement thing. Should help you work out where you're at. Yeah, we can have a look at that. Although you'd have to do that for each character, wouldn't you? Rather than being account bounds. You have 341 expulsum sitting in your bank because you don't know what to do with them. You have alchemy and herbalism only. That's an interesting one. Alchemy doesn't by itself create a lot, or require a lot of herbalism. Not herbalism, expulsum. If you were of a mind to drop herbalism and pick up inscription, you could then maybe use that for a few things, but that's a lot of expulsum. I would be... Yeah, because if you had inscription, you could make you could use your herbs to then make ultramarine ink and then make that into trinkets. Something like that would work. Harry Gamer, thank you very much for the follow. Say in Bastion, you need to turn down the ground clutter to see herbs better. They blind you in way too much. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of Gardens of Elysium there, isn't there? In the reset now, trying to get your flying as well. You're so glad you there's reputation bonuses in place. Your tailoring is maxed and working on enchanting. Going to give the bracelet shuffle go soon. Excellent, Tuvalu. Excellent indeed. Hadesbane, how are you? Good evening. Thanks for stopping by. As a new tailor and scribe, find it hard to make money. Everything is selling, crafted too cheap and materials too high. That's a shame. It can be down to just the price you get your materials at sometimes. Today I'd like to say thank you because I learned TSM with your YouTube video now, and since this afternoon you have your longboy. Oh, excellent, fairly kind. That's a double whammy. Thank you for enjoying the YouTube videos, and congratulations on getting your longboy. That's absolutely amazing. Congratulations indeed. Did I get those in? Yeah, there we go. Congratulations. That's absolutely amazing. Someone reset the Zenith price today on your server, buying like 30,000 at 23 gold, reposting for 40 gold. Glad to have a big stack of profit. Glad you have a big stack to profit as well. Yeah, that's a lot, definitely. Brace bonus applies to all the rep bonuses we get with the buff, and the human racial becomes very strong for rep farming. It is quite handy, it is, certainly. Marsberg, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Let me just scroll on further. How much did I know Life EverQuest? You tried EverQuest but didn't get hooked. You played Dark Age of Camelot instead. That was another popular one, wasn't it? I was quite restrained when it came to EverQuest. I stayed fairly casual. I knew the moment it first came out and I heard about it, I knew that would be a game where I would really get into, to the exclusion of everything else. And I resisted it for quite a while until I changed games companies, and then the new company I was at the time, Rare, they had quite a few people who were playing it, and I moved over teams towards the end of my tenure there, and then I went, okay, they said, oh, you should join us, and it was a good way to get to know that team, and then I never stopped from there really, at least for a good while, and then it faded off for a little bit until WoW came up really. Token is down to 171 now, even nicer. I got it earlier for 173, so I was happy with that, certainly. Your main's always been enchanting inscription, while Wallenter is strictly mining herbalism. Third character, alchemy, tailoring. Back in the days, just those three, been making lots of the bolts in the past. Yes, that's a really good combination. No worries, Comlet. Thank you ever so much for stopping by, and thank you for your support. Have to work on this video. When you have a chance, can you DM, let me know if what can improve on, what to do better, help people reach that goal. Of course, Comlet, more than happy to. Someone on your server just posted 108,000 Zenithid for 15 gold each. Ouch. That's a lot of Zenithid. God, I'm missing all the chat here. Hold on. Focus on the contract, especially Ancona and Rustbolt. They sell really good. Yes, I haven't even got those yet on... maybe that's something I could do on Samadan, actually. That's another good idea. Many things to do. Would you say it's worth farming Marks of Honor now and get the rank 3 recipes for blacksmithing, leatherworking and craft uncanny gear? I would say have a look, see what kind of profit margins they are even without the Marks of Honor, and then you could always casually do the Marks of Honor to increase your better sellers over time. Cassette tape, good evening to you. Your token's 112, will it drop below 100? That would be interesting. I think a lot of people will psychologically have that figure. If it goes below 100, then I'm sure a lot of people will be snapping it up at that price, certainly. Talk about panicking too early. Exactly, definitely. Good evening, Mushy, how are you? I've only been live for 30 minutes. I started slightly late, so we're all okay here. Have I done everything here? Yes, I have. Have I done a Silas check? No, I haven't. Let's check that. It's not a Silas proc. We've already done our daily cooldown. So let's jump to another character. No, I haven't missed too much yet. I had to eat some food first before joining all you lovely people tonight. Yeah, it's definitely dropped. I mean, it was 173 earlier. 173,000 earlier when I bought my game time. So I'm all stacked up for another 6 months. Let's have a look here. We have a few sales, that's good. Check everything here. I imagine a council scan is in order. Most likely undercut on most things, or below minimum price. We'll have a look at that. Ralph's, good evening to you. I started playing today after almost a year. Any tips on what to make gold these days? Does mining herbalism still pay off? I would say it's a good baseline when it comes to making gold. The prices of herbs and ore are on the decline, so it may not be that cost effective for you to do in the long run, but in terms of getting some initial gold, that's certainly worthwhile. I'd recommend it. And then maybe work on, if you haven't been here a year, maybe work on flying if you haven't got it already, and then try maybe some extra professions after that. Maybe you bought your game time at 175. Well, that's not too bad, Silent. I mean, I try and spread it out as much as I can at the moment. Have I done my daily mythics? Not at all, Mushy. I don't think I've even picked up my chest from last time, so maybe we could do a mythic later if you and others are interested in doing so. It's about 32 to 33 on Shadow Song. I think, to be honest, I've been so busy in game, not been focused on farming at all. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. I've been sort of watching its price go down over time. Have I got any Zenithid on me at the moment? I don't think I have at the moment, no. But it is definitely going to be interesting seeing what the bottom floor is going to be at the moment. On Draenor EU, Zenithid is 15 gold already. I wonder what the bottom is going to be, and whether there's going to be like some sort of vendor shuffle or something like that you can do when it gets that once it gets that low. Yes, I must make sure I pick up the weekly chest. What I'll do is I'll run through everyone's gold first, and then we'll go back to Samadan and have a look there. Got a few things about to expire, but I probably need to restock. Some things have sold. Yeah, the war scrolls have sold. I have all the materials needed for those, so I'll quickly create those. Always useful for the people. Farming the other herbs, to be honest, even if you bother to get into farming before she lands. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just try out which ones are going to be the best profit margin for you, really, because you may be able to get the others with less competition, and probably even reset the price on a few things, because they have been reset a few times with some success as far as I've seen. So I'll post those on. War scrolls are done. We really ought to think about more reputation things and some more stuff with the Ancoan and stuff with Samadan here, but that's maybe something for another time. Let's carry on for the moment. War scrolls do sell quite frequently, yes, so I found that to be very useful. So, earthen, leatherworking, let me just check. I think you were mainly fine on this one. You're on the warrior today, are you, Mashi? I've been doing Visual Hill Farm. Recently, and it's like a dead zone. Haven't seen anyone. It's been nice the past week. I do like it when it's quiet, certainly. Oh, I've got a few sales here. That's not too bad. I imagine the other stuff, I did relist that earlier, so that's probably alright. We sold an uncanny male waistguard there as well, so that's a good place to just leave him off. Probably don't need to bother with the other characters. El Morte we'll probably get back to when we start looking at blacksmithing, now that he's 120. Fresh new character. Let's just jump in and have a look. Got to write all the stuff down during the streams. You and me both. There's so many good nuggets of information come out. I try and remember as much as I can. Yeah, not needing the ranks as well is also useful. There we go. The season begins with a fresh character who is now item level 259 with fresh heirlooms. So this is an interesting perspective. Okay, so what would I do with a character like this? Well, my first thought would be to get the item level up. So that would mainly be looking at doing the initial starting quests that we might have here, and then going on through, and I wouldn't maybe necessarily go all the way for the cloak, but that would be useful. But getting uncanny gear would really help on this front. Mitar Tessio, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you got your name right. Beginning into TSM in my videos recently, and they helped you getting started. Great job. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Welcome on board. If you do have any questions, please do ask them in chat, and myself or anyone else will be able to answer for you. Basically, yeah, that's the plan, Silent Mouse. It will be to craft my own uncanny gear, and then actually I'll go through to Paralos now, and then use the world quest to get my item level higher. Would be the base thing to do at that point. Lizard, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Let's just check. Might have a few sales of random things in the mail. Wow, it's looking very full here tonight. Let's find a spot to park in. I'll go here. So we just sold a few little bits and pieces. That's probably fine for the moment. Probably just need to clear out my bags a little bit, repair that, get rid of my trash. Sell trash. There we are. That's all done. Got a few things we started with the blacksmithing, so we'll get further into that a little bit later. Let's leave that for the moment though. Let's jump back. I'll leave Nadamas for the moment because I did remember checking him earlier. Always have a notepad open to note down or copy paste, go through your notes afterwards and put into basically a diary at this point. Assuming both Sam and everyone in chat. Oh, that's very kind of you, Dad. It's a really good idea, definitely. Have I done my weekly mythic? I haven't at all yet, Lizard. We even need to go back. Let's go back to Samadan because we need to open my chest. Before anything else, I haven't even opened my chest yet from last week. When you start a new group on TSM with a profession, how do I do it? I find a lot of items you have in some groups, you get errors with stuff in the same groups sell fine. That's interesting. Why some... I would only assume that those things that you have errors with have materials or something like that that haven't quite got the right setting or something like that. Would be my first group without looking at the individual ones. Totally off topic, but with quarantine, I'm going to try growing a beard as well. Oh, excellent. Do I use anything to maintain it? Oh no, nothing too much other than a little bit of beard oil every now and again after a shower. That's it's not a chest, it's a weekly chest. Exactly. But it's good fun growing a beard. Once you can get through the itchy phase, that's the hardest part, really. Yeah, the scratchy, scraggly stage for you, and then you have to shave it. It is tough, but once you get through that, it's absolutely fine. It then goes just really, really soft. Oh, it's the materials, not the crafted items. Oh, right, interesting. I'm not sure. It depends on what kind of errors you're getting with them. Deboding, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Not checked in for some months. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? How have you been? That's going to open our Mythic weekly chest. This is probably the longest anyone's probably left opening a chest. What have we got? An Ouroboreal Sash with 20 corruption. That's got... It's a 440. I'm currently wearing a 430. Gives me haste and mastery. That extra corruption though, at the moment I'm sitting at... Oh, I'm only sitting at 15 corruption at the moment. That's not too bad. I could probably afford that extra. I have still got, though, thinking about it, have I got my... That's my offhand, that's a 440. That's a mace. That's a mace in the offhand. Then I've got my sash there. I've also got that one that had the 35 corruption. That is a big increase, but that does give me quite a hit on the corruption on that one. So I could maybe think about that. I don't have enough of the stuff that I need to cleanse things either. So there's a bit of a decision-making process needed on there, certainly. Hopefully get some resemblance of a sagely beard in the future. It's definitely something that didn't happen to me until sort of like much later in life, before actually being able to grow anything of any substance, certainly. It says about the posting operation, but the same operation works for other items in the same group. It does baffle you. That is interesting. I wonder what your operation string has in it that it's referencing that some things have and some things don't have, would be my thought there. There must be something that's in what you're referencing, would be the one thing to think about. Only Nerevar, good evening to you. First time here, well, you're more than welcome to join in. I hope you're doing well. Seems super relaxed. Hoping you can learn some stuff about gold making. Really hoping you can get the long boy before it's gone. Well, you're more than welcome. You've come to the right place. If you do have any questions, please do shout them out. We've just gone through my my gold on all my various other characters at the moment. We're just looking at potentially doing a mythic just to increase my my main character's item level. Although we are doing that, but we're getting all this gear that I can't necessarily wear because of the corruption. And I don't have enough stuff to cleanse it because I haven't been doing any horrific visions. So there's a bit of a double-edged sword there. If I'm going to do anything new with this character and progress him, I need to go the whole hog, really. What else have we got here? Embroidered deep sea bag. I could try selling that. I haven't tried that again. I need to make that into another group. I have a mythic to the Underrot is the last keystone that I do have. So I could maybe consider that. Just thinking about what I need here. Those are in for my offhand and for my main hand, and I've got the staff now, so that's fine. That's a 440 staff, so I don't really need either of those two. So I think I might disenchant those so that I don't have them in my bags. Then that is my hand warmers. Now that's a 400. So if we were to go, that's just a regular 435 wrist versus my 440 ones that have got the 15 corruption. So if we put that on and we put our new sash on, that would give me a total corruption of 70, which sounds bad, cascading disaster and everything like that. That seems like a really excessive amount of corruption on one character. So I would probably take off the one that was the big amount, which was the gloves, I believe. That's got 35 corruption on it. So if I swap that back to my uncanny gloves that I have, which have my crafting on them, which then gives me a 35 corruption, which gives me the Eye of Corruption. So that keeps me under 40, which I think is probably, before getting to the thing from beyond, I think that would be better. Yeah, anything over 40 would be bad. I've got a few expires coming in here actually, looking at that. So I would say that's a safe level to be. Item level 433 would be about as much as I would want to push this at this stage. Mind if you join the Mythic Plus train later? I need to do some for the weekly reset hits, of course. No problem. We'll start setting one up if people are interested. I did someone in chat last week work out that you'd need about 27,000 gold per day to get the Longboy from scratch. I think it was something like that if it was out in November. It's fine. Is it fine? I'm not sure. It might be a bit too much. What have we got here? Let's just take those expires whilst they're here. Deal with those. Post those back on. They weren't in my cancel scan, which makes me think that they're below minimum price anyway, from looking at that. Yeah, 27k is certainly doable. Right, some good sales here actually. Some enchants have sold since we last had to look at that, so that's doing well. Oh yeah, that's below minimum price. Cataclysm, yeah, these are all below minimum price, which is why they just expired. Some of these are at crazy prices, but I'll try them anyway. 26 and 55,000. I've been kind of inflating those myself. Frostweave bags for 1,471. I really don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. So that's all that. That's all that. So we could be in a position here to do a Mythic Plus if people are interested. Now that I've done that, I do have the Underrot keystone. I don't know what the Underrot's like. I think I've done that actually. I have done that. The Underrot. That was... Where was that? I'm trying to get my dungeon knowledge better. I'm thinking it's here somewhere, but I might be wrong. What shows me the dungeon entrance? There we go. Dungeon Borealis. No, that's not what I wanted. Hey Finn, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. I've got any recommendations on transmog operations. I would probably, for me, I use DB region market, just I keep it as like an average, but then I'm not too concerned at that point. Like a post good selling and rest be in bag. I don't tend to do ones, if I make a group for transmog, I will make the group maybe based on how much it goes for. So rather than having the operation dictate which ones get posted, I would only put the good ones in a certain group, if it's the other way around, if you see what I mean. You can DPS if needed. Okay, thank you, Jeannie. We'll see who's on. We really need a tank first and foremost, and go on from there. Is there any information about whether there'll be anything similar to a Longboy in the Shadowlands? Nothing that I've heard yet. Obviously, there's plenty of time for new things like that to come out. Whether they do something like the Longboy, I'm really not sure. Good evening, Jack. How are you? Hope you're doing well. It's inside a cave in that big triangle thing in the middle. Right, thank you, Two Blue. So I was kind of on the right ballpark, the right place. In here, Heart of Darkness. Is that where it is? So, hold on. Let me set up a group then. Who would be interested in doing a Underrot Mythic 2? What I'll do is I'll start up a group and see who's around. If Mushy and Lizard are around, they are more than welcome, as they tend to have all the experience. And Clopsy, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. So let's set one up. So, pre-made group. Let's make a custom one. Start a group. Demon Hunter 460 with plenty of experience. Oh, fantastic. I'm happy to take people on. I'll do it. I think the fairest way I can think about doing it is a first come, first served basis. But obviously I will have to take a tank as well. Samadan plays WoW. Well, add that as the title. So EU and Alliance, obviously, and I'll list the group there. So it's set for Mythic, and then I'll take it on a first come first serve. We've obviously got 3 DPS in already. I could really do with a tank if we do have one. I'll take tank first and then take the next 3 DPSs from there. If you have anyone, greetings from Costa Rica, Lanru Gaming. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Jack, for sharing the community as well. Can tank if you really need, unless someone else wants to tank. Oh, we have Arya is coming in as a tank. I'll have you as a tank. Thank you very much. And then we'll take the next. How many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all 5, isn't it? And then I'll try and heal. Is that correct? We have 5 in a dungeon, definitely. Shade Shadows you, Genie. Okay, excellent. We have made a party. That's amazing. So we now need to find out where to go. Healing or pleasure to have here. There we go. Trying to get into gold farming. What do I recommend you do first? Gathering professions, I would always say, is a pretty solid start, certainly. And then maybe move into professions. But first and foremost, make sure you do something that you find fun, more than anything else. Okay, so we need to go and find ourselves. I believe the Underrot is what was that? Voldoon? Hold on, let me just check. Where was I? It's Nazmir. Okay. This is all useful here. Yeah, there we go. Nazmir.
What can I do for you?
Set sail for Nazmir. And first of all, get the Worth It add-on. A Silent Mouse says that is another good suggestion. But you also need to make sure you have TSM installed for Worth It. So where are we headed? Down that way. Okay. Let's go this way. See what we can find. Did a ton of PvP arenas before getting into professions. Have 1,000 marks of honour. Glad you can buy ranks with them for blacksmithing. Yes, that's a really good use of them, certainly. Right, where's the entrance? Now there's a hole. I would imagine a hole would be the place to go. Oh, we're going to have a summon. And let me just have a look. Oh, there it is. I was in the right direction anyway, I think. I'll jump in as we are anyway. There we go. Fantastic. Right, who do we have? What I need to do is... oh, sorry, New Evin. We very rapidly got a group this time, so I'm happy to do other ones at a later date as well. We could always mix things up as well. Gathermate 2 is another one. What kind of relative laid-back gold farm would you suggest someone who doesn't know how to use TSM? Yes, I would suggest anything to do with... where is everyone in? Hold on, have you got everyone? Let me just look. Can't see with all my icons. I think everyone's in anyway. Let me go in. We're all inside. Okay. I'm a bit behind here. To do your missing crew quest, it basically consists of fly around, talk to people, profit. That's a good idea, real Ginny. Is this the Underrot? Have I done this? I'm not sure I have. No, I've never done this one before. So this is a first. This is something for the Underrot. Okay, so did I set it to Mythic? Dungeon difficulty is on Mythic. And there's the little font of power thing. Is everyone here? 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Yep, we have everyone here. So let me try that. Thank you very much. Insert mythic keystone. It's like that. This is all new for me. Okay, I do apologise if I start missing things on chat, because this is a first for me, this dungeon. I have my sympathies. I've never done it for Gwilyn, so this is exciting times. Wow, we're here already. Right, okay. Prayer of Mending. Oh, that was not on the tank. Not a good start. There we go. Alright, let's go get used to my spells again. Keeping an eye on Prayer of Mending, so that can do its thing. And then I'll follow other people. Trojan Blood Matron. Okay, we'll do this. I'll move out of the way of the Spinning Death. This is really nice in terms of the art style of here. I'm used to seeing a tank here, which is why I'm doing that the wrong direction, which doesn't help. Get that topped up, and then I can just keep that on there. There we go. Here's the tip for the dungeon: don't die. Okay, thank you, Jack. That's brilliant. Oh, Bacon Bits, how are you? Good evening. Didn't see you come in there. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to look at your message in any detail whilst I'm focusing on my healing inabilities. But lovely to have you here. Just going to keep everyone topped up here, including myself. Ouch. I'm going to get my self healed up. Am I standing in something bad? There we go, just keep myself alive. Following Jack's advice, don't die. There we go. What did I miss there? Bacon... Oh, bacon snacks. It wasn't Bacon Bits. Sorry, I got the wrong bacon. I do apologise. Not Bacon Bits, Bacon Snacks. Sorry, I miscaught the wrong person. But I hope you're well as well. I'll just go through here. That was the wrong button. Move away from others. Do that. Heal myself. Keep that going. Just top people up. There we go. Right, okay, we're a bit safer now. Well, kind of safe anyway. Hope I know where my Dispel and Mass Dispel is. I've got my Dispel little decursive thing here, which is quite handy. Whoops. But yes, ooh, get out of the way of that. But in terms of Mass Dispel, I'll have to click that one, which isn't ideal, really. I'll move over this way. Dodge the attack of that, just stay out of the way. Keep an eye on my cooldown for Prayer of Mending. Just make sure people are topped up. Sanguine Feast. And my eye thing doesn't help. Oh, there we go. First one done. Neville, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, do we mount up here? There we go. Let's fly around. It's a shame with all these dungeons that you don't really have time to enjoy the sort of the aesthetics of them. Oh, that's a big area of effect thing. Let me just see if I can give everyone a bit of a boost there. There we go. Keep everyone topped up. Because it is really, really pretty, a lot of these things. Whoops, move out of the way. Don't look at chat at the same time. Lots of stuff going on there. Wave of Decay. I mean, all this fungus spore stuff, this is what That initial mushroom place I imagined would look like from the Burning Crusade. The whole fungus themed zone and all of that. I figured that would be really like this, and obviously with the graphics like they are now, this is also a bit Nausicaa, Ghibli inspired as well, which is really nice to see. The Sporiga area, yeah, that's the one. If you do regular mythics or heroic, even normal, you can take your time. Yeah, that is true actually. Over the course of my learning of this, because obviously this is the very first time I've ever been in this dungeon. It looks beautiful in a spory kind of way. That was the wrong button. Couldn't hurt though to have that on, just in case people suddenly die. I got my nice full healing thing, which is here to help me. The thing is, I wouldn't know where to go if I was a tank. That's the main thing. I guess looking at a map would be useful. Philiddy, thank you very much for the follow. If I pronounced that right. Oh, I'm holy locked. That could be interesting. Not for long though, so that's okay. A rotten bile. Looks like we're just working our way around here at the moment. What would be nice actually is to load up these zones in 3D and then properly explore them. That would be quite cool. Can't wait for Shadowlands. I'm going to be doing dungeons from the start for a chance to learn them all. Yeah, I mean, that's something I never really did because I was focusing really on the gold making side of things more than anything else. And I really would like to fully immerse myself in all aspects of the game, certainly. Prayer of Mending. Ooh. Holy Locks doesn't help me there, so I'll start with one of those. Being Holy Locked isn't a good idea. Now I can dispel that, that's easy enough.
Run away, little girl.
Thirst for blood, run away. Let's just keep running. So I'm being attacked. Not a good idea. There we go. I like the DBM. Oh, we go back this way, do we? Are we doing everything around? We would appear. Let's have a look. I guess it's a question of knowing what to do and where to stand. So I'm thinking standing over at the skull would be a good place for me. And was good with engineering. I'm not. I don't have engineering myself yet. Stand on skull. Run over maggots. Okay, that sounds interesting. Let's start this off. Can't see anything. Oh, doesn't help that I'm in there. The zone of that. Charge, dodge, attack. Okay. Okay, that's quite scary. Let's go back to my little skull area. Stay out of the way here. Had hopes someone in chat would help me. Hopefully. Let me just deal with that. We have, if Senza's, if you check out her stream, she knows a lot about... Oh, are we over here already? Well, let's move over here a little bit more. I need to get some area of effect heals in here somewhere. Do you run over maggots? I think that's the method. There we go. Whoops. Dodge out the way. Oh, quickly heal. That was a bit of a scary moment there. Keep everyone topped up. Head on back over here. Pair of mending. That's a lot of damage in one go from everyone here. Phew, we managed that just in the end. I was getting a little bit scary there. Eric, thank you very much for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Do we mount up here? Looks like we might. We're going straight into battle here. Apologies if I didn't catch your message straight away there. We are just focusing on my very first time in Underrot. So it's an interesting time, certainly. But not for long. Used to have pretty good content, which is able to watch me live more. Well, it's lovely to have you here, even if it is briefly. Let me just dispel that. Prayer of mending. Okay. What else we got? Voice pack my DBM for Sam. That would be funny. That would be interesting, actually. That's a good idea. Oh, mass dispel. Would that work on everyone? Looks like it did. That's a good idea. Thankfully, I had that. Reminded me to do it, which is handy. Let's move around. It's a confusing boss. There was a lot going on, certainly. But thankfully, we have lots of experienced people here that are doing very well. Ooh, what's that on me? Some sort of weird thing. Okay, got that, got that. Prayer of mending. Dodge the attack. A couple we need to deal with. Wait for the cooldown on that. There we go, okay. Didn't really know that. What manner of beast is this? Interesting. Let's keep my flash heal on there. That looks very odd. That part, certainly. Spirit Caller. Okay, right. What have we got next? Avoid as much as possible, and upheaval goes on mushrooms. Upheaval goes on mushrooms. I'm guessing that will make sense once I'm in it. Okay, there's mushrooms there, I see. Avoid as much as possible.
Beware.
Ooh. Let's just move out of the way of this stuff. Oh god, there's loads of stuff now. Okay. This is not my... Oh, I lost someone. I do apologise. I was focusing on dodging things and I missed you. Sorry, Strange Shadow. Upheaval on near me. There we go. Pestering Harvest. Oh, dodge, dodge, heal. Keep in between. That's not good. You know what? I'm gonna press my scary button. There we go. That's not good. Okay, let me just... Too slow with your own heal. It's very scary going through this. There we go. Let's deal with that. Movability and my ability to be able to see everyone is my main problem here, I think. Being able to move around, and it really bad timing. I've got no idea what's happening now. I hope everyone's alive still. My WoW has frozen. I have to wait a little bit for it to go through. I'm still working. I can see my camera's working and the stream's fine. So unfortunately, if everyone dies on this, do apologise. It looks like my WoW has failed me on doing a mythic. Yep, all fine there. I just have to wait for this to come back and pray that everyone's alive. I mean, it's close. It's very close. I mean, last time I waited and this did come back, as Mushy said. Oh, listen, I know. I'm completely stuck. Hopefully it's going to come back rather than be completely stuck. Oh, there we go. There we are. I did actually die. Wow. Okay. That was a big lag spike. That was a very nice job. Well done. I guess it's probably easiest to release spirit and come back here, isn't it? There we go. Oh, thank you so much. I even get a lift back. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you. I'll take the chance to say epic beard. Well, thank you very much, Bill. Very kind of you to say so. That was Last Woman Standing. Well, you did very well. Did very well. And Slip Oblivion, thank you very much for the follow. That was a tough battle when your healer freezes. But that was brilliant. Thank you so much for saving the day. It is a mythic carry, certainly. Good to have you here, Slip Oblivion. We're just doing a mythic 2 for the first. Well, this is the first time I've ever done this dungeon, so it's very interesting at this point. There we go. I'll take the. Oh, I forgot to give everyone a buff actually. Let's do that. Might as well help. Oh, we're heading over this way, are we? Okay, let's jump on a mount. It's probably not the best mount to jump on. Where is everyone? Oh, you're just here. There we go. And then we're heading on this way, are we? Okay. How would I know to navigate all of this? This is the tricky part. And then around here. And then, oh gosh. And then around here as well. This is amazing, the art design of this area. Absolutely brilliant. And then now where? Whoops. Okay. Wow. This is Dodge City. I'll just follow everyone else and hope for the best. There we are. Okay. Ooh, everyone needs a dispel here. Where's my dispel? There it is. Oh, no sooner does that happen, it starts again. I'll do it myself first, so I can make sure everyone's fine. Keep everyone alive first. There we are. I haven't got my chef's hat on actually. Important for when doing any dungeons is to make sure you've got your chef's hat on. Ah, Drizzling Rose, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, that's a big one. There you go. Let's move there. Tap that. Flash heals. Got 6 seconds left on my mass dispel. Should just keep everyone up really whilst we're here. That seems okay. Right, watch out where everyone is. Looks like I've got over this area, so I can come over here and then do that. You've been here for 40 minutes. I do apologise, Jason Rose. I'm sure I must have said hello to you earlier. If I didn't, I do apologise. Anyway, jumps off. Hit 3 million gold when you joined. Oh, did you? I completely missed that. I do apologise. Congratulations, that's really, really cool. There you go, let's keep everyone topped up. Seems to be a lot going on here. Area of mending, get that through.
Beware.
And ending gaze, dodge attack. Heal would be good here. And a flash heal. Gives me a free flash heal, which is good for doing that bit. Oh, got an extra one here. Missed that one. we go, got that one. Okay, moving through. This looks like it'll come to life somewhere. Faceless Corruptor.
Beware.
Gaze, dodge, attack, keep the heals going. If anything else, I can just overheal, which is good for my extra thing. Move out of the way of those. Prayer of Mending on cooldown. Here it comes. That looked like that would come alive at one point.
Containment priority 1.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Oh, okay. Where are we? Unbound Abomination defeated. Oh, right. Is this the last boss already? Wow. Okay. Stack on you and try to avoid the stuff on ground. Okay. This is going to be new for me, staying close. Like super close. I assume we all come over on top of you. There we go. Kami-sama, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. I think we'll just move out of the way. Cleansing light on me. That seems bad. Or rather good. There's a lot of bile exposed on me. Move away. Just cleansing light on me. Do we stay in here or out of here? Which is the good one to place to be. Bit confusing as to what we should do there. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'll just keep healing as best I can. Move out of the way of that. Move out of the way of that. Keep everyone topped up if I can. There we go. Flash heal. Mending. I've got 40 seconds left on my big emergency heal, which I'm feeling I'm going to have to press very soon. Or something like that. I'm just going to keep topped up. Just got to focus on this. Right, I've got my emergency heal ready if I do need it. Which I'm going to press now. Just keep everyone topped up. There's a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff going on. Oh, which way are we going? Over here. Can't see myself, which doesn't help. Can't dispel anyone. There's so much going on at the moment. Could try it. No, too late for that. Let's move out of there. This is incredibly confusing. Trouble with mobility is I can't really work out where I'm going. Wow. I have no idea how we managed that, but thank you for your expertise on that one. That was absolutely crazy. Wow. Thank you. Phew. There is no way I would have been able to do that in any other way. Wow. Having nosy and pasting with my groups, do they include old school stuff as well as BFA stuff? Especially things like my enchanting and my tailoring do, certainly. Stand in the light. Okay, thank you for the real Ginny. Boss dies, killing... there we go. Echoes of Nyalotha. Fantastic. And I got a tidal core as well. Wow, that set my heart racing. I'm definitely going to have to lie down after that. That was the most intense I've been for a while in trying to focus on everything that was going on all around. chat. That was really good, really quick. What did we get in our keystone after that? We got a mother load, a level 4. Okay, maybe not on that one. I'm not sure whether I could do that one. Cool, thank you all. I'll Hearthstone back out to the Snug Harbour Inn. Cleansing Light dispels the debuff, and the fight ends when you kill the... Cleansing Light dispels the debuff, and fight ends when you kill the Blood Visage adds. Okay. What eye level am I? I am currently at 433. I kind of wish I was EU to help out. That's very... Up for 3 more for the weekly quest. Is there a weekly quest? I didn't realise that. Oh, weekly quest, that's what you said earlier, wasn't it? Get my Nyalotha loot. What's the quest? Let me just have a look. Is it... okay, we'll just get rid of that. Okay, that's fine. You get a 460 piece of loot. Mythic Keystones are this one. No, that's not it. That's a different one. Random battlegrounds, skirmishes, rated battlegrounds, arenas. It's not that one. Dungeons, raids, item sets. I'll leave it this time. There we go. The quest is complete 4 mythic dungeons. Right, yeah. And you really need to figure something out so EU and NA can... the turtle outside. Oh, is it that one? Let's go have a look. Chronicle, Trooper, Emissary of War. For significant amounts of loot in your future. Must be that one. Okay. Do I even actually have it then? I must have picked it up somehow. Party sync. Weekend event. Emissary of War. This one. Okay. 1 of 4 mythic dungeons completed. Yeah, I'm not sure I've got the I've got the heart for that, certainly. It's 1 of 4 mythic. Yeah, exactly. It's we're on the way. Okay, basic. Thanks ever so much. This one, mine. Long boy in the making. No problem. Thank you all for the group. You were amazing. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure I have the heart for that, so I'll leave the party. That was really good though. That was a really good start. So at least we've got something for a mythic chest for tomorrow, which would be really useful. Didn't I have a shirt? Is the longboy design a bit preoccupied before when you asked? It's in a mood to get a new t-shirt lately and wanted some motivation to make gold at the same time. I do have a shirt that has the longboy on it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Mine's a bit faded. There we go. This is the one. I think. Let me just go on to full camera. There we go. This one. Can't show it. There we go. That's the design. That one. That's the one. That one I made. That one's on my merch store. I don't have my sketch. Here's my original sketch. Let me see if I can find it. If I go down here, and I'll move over here. Where was it? Factions, Longboy. This is print. Was it this one? Oh, no, that's just the print version. Canvas crop. I got the original Photoshop of it. 12 by 6. Canvas crop. Is it this one? Just wait for it to load up. Where is that gone? No, that's 160k. It's not that one. I think I'll have to load it up into Photoshop, because the original one it's 400 megabytes big. I'll just let that load up in the background whilst that's going through. It should still be in my merch store, which is down at the bottom on all my details. It's fulfilled through Streamlabs, so it's not done through someone like QWERTY. So the quality isn't as high as the QWERTY, because the print technology isn't as good, but it's still pretty reasonable actually. I've worn mine one for well over a year, and it's still holding up well. Let me see. Let's pop onto Photoshop. There we go. That was the drawing there, which I did quite a while ago. That was the Longboy. Just using pencil and various thickness ink pens and white ones. That's the one. And it's also available as a mug as well. I've got the original sketch somewhere. I did it on different kind of paper. If you look at the original, that's the picture from the scan from the sketch. Oops, let me take that extra on. But yeah, that's the original sketch there. So you can see the textured paper that I did it on gives it a bit more detail. I quite like it in that. Obviously, this is on a sketchbook, so it's not quite as easy. And I would actually let me know if you would find the other ones I've got. Hold on, let me move that over. I did consider doing. I did my Horde and Alliance from the. Where is it? Where's the coin? The the coin that comes with the collector's edition, the Horde and the Alliance coin, upside down. I did sketches of both of those. I wondered if they would actually be quite good as like on mugs and things like that. I've got the Alliance one sketched like that, so it's the same style as the Longboy as a Longboy sketch. And then I don't think I've got a scan of the Horde one. I need to do a scan of the Horde one. Let me see if I can find. I did do a picture of it ages ago. Where would it be? Just going through all my old art now. Yeah, that was the Horde one there. That was a sketch of the Horde one. It's really, really low quality photo, that one. But these are all the pens that I used for drawing it. All these brush pens and white marker pens as well is what I use for that. So I've got a Horde and Alliance version of those. Those would be quite good, I thought, on a t-shirt or a mug. Then people could sort of like state their alliance. I even thought of using those as emoticons as well, because I'd have to replace a couple of those. Thank you. Does it ship to the USA? I think Streamlabs does. Yeah, certainly. You'd have to check on their site, because I think Streamlabs is USA based. Have I got a Cintiq for the PC? I would love a Cintiq. I used to have a long time ago at my old workplace. I had one of the Wacom Companions, which is the laptop with the screen built in, and I used to use that on my commute. Time to make a Maya version of the Alliance and Horde icons. That could be interesting. I could send it. Oh, it doesn't go up to the size. Oh, that's unfortunate. I could probably look at other providers, because there is. Oh, I know what I could show you. Yes, so there is. What is it? Teespring do things as well. I could possibly look at other providers like that. It is a very expensive draw tablets. I'll show you what I used to do. Hold on. This is a bit of a diversion of art stuff. Hold on. Right, there we go. Yes, so I had a Wacom companion years ago, about 5 years ago, and I used to do animal sketches before I really got into doing WoW again, and I used to do ones like this, and I printed this one onto canvas. Hold on, whoops, banging the wall now. Let me make this full screen. So this, I don't know if you can see the detail on that. This is printed, this is a Photoshop sketch printed onto canvas, then oil painted. There we go, it's a bit easier further out there. There we go. And then it's just on a wooden, old driftwood background. So basically I used to do sketches like that. But it's got kind of like a nice combination of standard stuff. I don't know if I've still... I'm just banging and crashing everywhere. Hold on, let me just bring everything back there. But yes, so I really enjoy drawing animals and things like that, definitely. But if I ever had a Cintiq again, I would definitely be doing more drawings like that, and maybe even throwing in some WoW ones as well, because I used to do that back in... Where was it? Back in the early days when I streamed on a Saturday morning, I did things like... Where's the Gen Greymane we drew? I did this on stream a long time ago. Oh, I did the Naga one. I've still got that one actually. Where's the final Naga drawing? That drawing I did just like that. That's a pencil drawing. I don't think this shows a lot of detail when I went into it. I think that's about as close as I did for that one, but that's just like traditional media and stuff like that. So I used to do this quite a lot on the sort of like my art streams and things like that. I'd love to do more of it, certainly. I hope you get a Wacom or a Cintiq. I would love to see more from it. Oh, that's very nice of you to say, Clotic. I really enjoy it. Jake, yes, I do 3D art. I don't do sketches so much. You still have the Greymane you drew. Oh, excellent, Gwilyn. I'm glad you've still got it. Yeah, I remember that one. The I got a scan of that one, the Gen Greymane one. I've at least got a scan of the start of it. Where is it? That one. That was the one, wasn't it? Yeah, I spent hours on that on stream, scrub by scrub. I used to just on all the details, and that's when before I had a decent camera as well. So it was literally really fuzzy for anyone watching it. But yes, as Silent Mouse said, I do 3D art mainly as the main thing. Any chance I'll be doing a WoW Classic TSM? I have the original videos I did, but I haven't touched Classic in a long time, unfortunately. I just simply don't have the time. There's so much stuff that I want to do, and there's literally just not enough time to do all of it. You work for the school, and at some point they bought 20 plus big drawing tablets with a set of pens, big as 20-inch or so screens. Same brand you mentioned, you think, we should write off one of them and send it to me. Oh yes, the big desktop Cintiqs, the 27-inch ones are the big massive ones. Yeah, a lot of universities buy those, certainly. But yeah, being able to draw straight on the screen was the real... because I've got a little tablet, a tiny tablet, but I don't like my hand-eye coordination from... because I'm used to traditional drawing, my hand-eye coordination prefers to draw directly on the screen. Because new arts teacher decided not to use it, and they unpacked in the basement to throw out. Oh, I can't believe that though. They're like a couple of thousand each, certainly. But yeah, I would like, and we've been talking about doing this more, is maybe doing some more 3D streams. But I'd love to do more art streams as well. Things like the cheetah drawing and things like that. Because I've got other things that I haven't. I found the Naga there. Excellent, Silent Mouse. You've got the GT220 version 2 from Puyon. How is that? How's the pressure sensitivity for you on that one, Hekios? I've never tried anything other than the Wacoms. Well, kind of technically yes, because I do 3D art, so I don't do traditional art as a they are cheaper, yeah, definitely, because Wacom is really, really expensive. It took you a few months to get used to a Cintiq. It does, but I think if you're used to any sort of form of traditional drawing, what I liked about the Wacom Companion was that it was just so mobile. I could take it on the train. For under 700 Canadian dollars. Oh, that's really reasonable. What sort of size is that? Because I know you can get the 14-inch Cintiq for quite a decent price. Maybe if you get one, at a decent price. 22-inch. Oh right, a really good size then. That's really good. But I digress. That's all the art side. That's another thing I would like to do more of. Obviously, do it in the Bob Rossi style. But in terms of what we're doing in WoW, let's have a look. You had to get a mug. Super awesome. Thank you. Oh, I saw that there. I missed that. Actually amazing. I'm super excited to get it. Oh, fantastic. Thank you for buying a long boy mug. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you. I didn't spot that coming in. It must have been whilst I was working around. Bacon Stacks. Sorry, I mistook you for Bacon Bits earlier. Apologies if I answered this already. Had to step away for a while. If an item is constantly above your average buy price, when do you give up on it, returning to that price and buy at the higher price? For example, if you manage to get Star Moss at 4 gold and it's between 5 and 25, I would look at what I need to make with that material, and then I would look at if the profit margin is still okay if I buy it at the higher price. So I'll do a little bit of sort of like napkin maths just to work out what the cost and the price is, and then if it's okay, I will go ahead and buy it and work it through slowly. Your dad paints in Andrew Wyeth style. I haven't heard of Andrew Wyeth, but let me search that up. Let me do that. I'll pop that. Oh wow, that's brilliant. That looks really cool. I like the muted colour scheme on that. That's very nice. Dias, thank you very much for the follow. And Itotu, good evening to you. If the crafted item is selling for more, sometimes you need to drop the crafted items. Yes, I think so. I think there comes a point where you have to think, okay, is it really worth me crafting this thing? I've got the herbs now, but curious if it's usually better to try to turn them into flasks with the tool of the trade. That increases chances in procs, or should you sell the raw herbs? Maybe do a bit of both, perhaps. See if you can sort of spread across both markets. But yeah, as Will says, only if you can get the Silas proc, certainly. Is there any other way than PayPal on Streamlabs? I don't think so. I think it's mainly PayPal, unfortunately, Blazing Nemesis, unless they have some other card transactions. It's not something I've really sort of looked into in terms of alternatives. But you only craft flask when the Silas procs, definitely. Jess, 5336, thank you very much for using your Prime. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you for your support. There's a whole load of emotes for you. Welcome on board. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. Crafting costs are well tracked in TSM, correct? Pretty much, depending on what you set as your crafting material default price. I include average buy in mine, which isn't on by default. Do you think it's good to do gold emissaries on 13 characters? I've seen people doing it. Silent Mouse has done quite a few, and it's certainly a decent way of making a reasonable amount of gold. Oh, not emissaries. I'm thinking Paragon chests. No, that's the other one. You've done the because there's one today, isn't there? There's the Storm's Wake one. I would certainly do that, especially if I was strapped for a bit of cash. Hope they won't have something like Silas and Shadowlands. Most definitely, Jack. I hope they have something like Owen's Enchanting Rod, because that's really good. But Silas, no, definitely not. There was one for gear as well today, was there? No, definitely not based on luck and chance. I wouldn't want it. Talking of professions, maybe we should go over to my fresh new 110 and have a look at blacksmithing. So El Morte, my brand new character that's 120. How am I managing to sell using the new system? I'm always getting under. It does depend on your server. Some servers have a lot more competition than others. Fresh new 120. It's spent a long time in Pandaland, so it'll be nice to have a look at where we're at blacksmithing wise, and let that all level up. So we are currently on, let's have a look, blacksmithing. We are currently on 25 of 175. Let's have a look at WoW professions. WoW professions in terms of leveling guides, because this might give me a decent profession leveling guides. Let's go blacksmithing. Okay, let's bring this over this side so we can have a look at this, have a look at a few things we could possibly do here. So now it says need to buy a few hundred more. Amount of Molonite needed, pretty much the same for everyone, but there are two ways to level between 115 and 145, so you might have to buy a few hundred more Storm Silver ore later. And you'll need more Expulsum. You'll need 75 Expulsum, okay, and a lot more Platinum ore. So 1,558 Monolite ore, 850 Storm Silver ore, and 120 platinum ore. I'll buy this as I go, I think. We'll have a look at the prices of this. We are currently at 25. So we go up to 28 with the Monol Hardened Waist Guard. Take me to 28. So let's go to the standard interface for this. Just in time. So Waist Guard, we can do that. So we're going up to 28 according to the list there. So I'll keep this referenced handy. So 15 to 28 we'll do the Waist Guard. Let this run through, 26, 27, 28, that was quick. And then we probably need to learn the next one. What is it? Monol Hardened Greaves. No, we have that. We need 7 of those. So we need some more Monolite ore. So let's go and buy ourselves. How much do we need total? We probably used up, where are we at here? 126, 182, 150. So according to this, let me just do a quick calculation. 150 plus 182 plus, no, that's all we needed actually. We've done it, right? 332. So 1558 minus 332 is 1,226 we need in total. So let's go over. Let's go over the other side, and then we'll get our Brutosaur, and then we'll go and have a look at the price of Monolite and see how much we can afford to buy. We currently have 104,000 gold on this character, which was mainly made through doing early Pandaria alchemy transmutes and things. So that's a good start, certainly. Monolite ore. Right, we have, let's use the standard interface for this actually, because we can buy a whole load up at one go. We need 1,226. So that would cost me 1,226. That would cost me 15,000 gold in that. So that's probably the easiest way to buy it up in one go. So we'll do that. We'll take our buys. We've got some expires here we'll deal with whilst we're here. So we'll do that, and we'll repost those on using TSM. Auctioning, this is just getting rid of all my old alchemy things. So I'll do all of those. Now we're at 89,000 gold. I won't look at the other things I need just yet, because there's going to be a point where we're going to need expulsum, which means probably the best way is to send over some braces from Samadan. That's 75 is quite a lot of braces, actually. Good evening, Wave. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Just going through and leveling up some blacksmithing at the moment. So we've done got a load of stuff we've made here. I'm not sure. Actually, I could probably scrap a lot of this to get my expulsum. Not the blues. The blues will send to Samadan. But that could be a good reuse of those. Maybe sell a few of them. Expulsum is such a pain for a fresh 120. It is. You've got to really think about how you're going to get hold of it, whether it's using something like inscription or tailoring, ideally, I guess. Not inscription, mainly tailoring, really. Doing all right. Some duo boxing, learning the ropes. Oh, excellent! How are you finding it? It's something I'm very tempted to do myself. So we've got this, and no, that's that. So we are now over to blacksmithing 28. Where are we up to? We can see this here, 28 there. So waist guards, 7 moral hardened greaves. What am I missing here? The durable flux. Okay, we need to get a whole load of that. So let's get a stack of durables flux. That'd be 56 gold. That'll do that. Scrap instead of try and selling. Scrap, yes, I think so. I think that's the best thing. Also a thing you don't like, expulsum. Also a chance of getting it, and you can't buy it. Exactly, Jack. It would be lovely if you could actually buy it. Especially if you don't have a tailor or a leather worker for the bracer shuffle. Where'd you farm the linen? Because you can't find a good spot. I get all of mine from the auction house. I wait for other people to buy it, certainly. I've been doing some multi-boxing for linen, not the most efficient at the start, but with tools of the trade on them, it all starts to move pretty good if you can handle the farming. That's the main thing, really, isn't it? I do like the scrapping machine where you can get some back. It is quite nice, actually. Freehold for linen, I hadn't heard of that one. That's an interesting idea. I know you can get a lot of stuff in freehold, so we need... It was greaves, wasn't it? Greaves next, 7 of those. Let's go create 7. So this should take me to... I've got my crafting enchant on, I believe, as well. Just by doing gathering professions like in Legion with Bloods. Yeah, that would be really nice, Gwilym, wouldn't it? It gives you a good chance for it. So we're at 35. Then we need 15 breastplates to take me from 35 to 50. So breastplates, I'm going to have to learn that one. Train me in blacksmithing. Let's learn the new things.
Look always to the sea.
Look always to the sea. How many do we need? It was 15 breastplates. Okay. 13, 14, 15. I'll create these. Assuming I've got the bag space for all of these. Yeah, we're alright for the moment. So these arm guards here. Crafting cost 126. That's not too bad, actually. 227. These arm guards at 126 isn't too bad compared to my tie spray braces anyway, from looking at that. So we'll definitely scrap this lot, I think. We're now up to blacksmithing 50. Let's learn some new things. I'm sure there's some new things here. Now, okay, so this is something I might deviate from, because I'm thinking interact with while mounted. is probably, these two are probably quite useful in terms of selling, as you said. The moral hardened stirrups, that one, because you're saying make the monolite skeleton key for 20 of those to get you to 60, whereas I'm thinking in terms of things that I could possibly sell. So let's look at this from a different matter. So we've got the monolite skeleton key here, which takes 4 monolite ore, and then the stirrups, oh, that does take quite a lot more. Looking at that, 25. So let's look at this in TSM. So blacksmithing, mono hardened stirrups is giving me a 0.28 sale rate and a 33 gold profit. The stirrup sensor enchanter, make mount things off it, sell and product. What did I miss coming in there? So what will I do with these crafts? Sell or vendor. I've got a feeling I might scrap some of them. I would like to vendor, well, not vendor them, but I'd like to try and sell some things if they're also useful. Definitely. Slash played is over just over 6 days. That's very good. That's just auction house craft and sell time. Wow. Yeah, the hoof plates and the stirrups both sell. There we go. Light step hoof plates. Yeah, that's what I can make, isn't it? With my increase your mount's ground speed by 20%. It's not working battlegrounds, and I'll need those because they take the Umbra shard and the hoof plates, which I do anyway. So that's 189 macros. Thank you, Mushy, for that. Yeah, mail them to the enchanter and make light steps from them. That's a good idea. Let me have a look here. So if I make hoof plates, we're currently at rank 1. So there is a bit of a barrier here. What do I need for profession trainer blacksmithing 95 will give me rank 2. So that's something I'll wait for first. I'll make those afterwards. It's tempting to make a few of these at some point. Looking at this, where do we go from here? We go breastplate. You've got the skeleton key, 20 of those to take me 10 levels, and then you're talking about honourable arm guards. That's interesting. That will need the use the mark of honour for those. Potentially, I don't really want to waste them unless I go. I only need 200 storm silver ore, but only if you only buy it if you have more than 18 marks of honour. You save 12 marks of honour for the last 2 recipes. Yeah, I've only got 12 marks of honour left. Rank 3 is from mobs in the world. Okay, all right. The honour bound braces is 0 expulsum. Okay, interesting. So let's have a look. That's where it's going for the mono hardened hoof blades. Then go somewhere and learn that from the trainer, and where you'll find a lot of humanoid mobs. Kill those mobs until you get the rank 3. Okay, so there we go. So that's you get this after 10 or 20 kills. So this is definitely worth getting the rank 3 for the hoof blades before I start making those. So that's up at 95. So in between here and there, though, we've got the stirrups we could possibly sell. So this could be an option, the mono hardened stirrups. Sale rate 0.28, min buyout is currently 350. Crafting cost is telling me 316. So how much of an excess will I make there? And you're also talking about the honour bound braces. I don't think I've got those yet. So the skeleton key, crafting costs, you see people are using these to skill up. How many could I skill up here? I'm at 50. How close could I get? Alex Hailstone, you got your longboy. Oh, congratulations. That's wonderful news. I have a whole load of long boys in the emotes for you. Congratulations. That's amazing news. I bet you're very happy with that. WoW Professions is such an underrated site. It certainly is, definitely. Team effort with the Sugar Mama. Excellent. How much it costs to make the hoof plates? This is an interesting point, actually. At the moment, the hoof plates are crafting cost of the hoof plates 316. So it's currently the same as the stirrups. The hoof plates are telling me here that it's still a 38 profit, even at rank 1, and then we can, like you said, you can turn them and send them to the enchanter and sell them that way as well. So they do cost the same. So the stirrups will be worth, you're saying the stirrups will be worth less. I mean, I would be tempted to make a few of both. I'd diversify myself across both of these. So I would be tempted to, looking at where this is at the moment, trying to get myself to 95 at least. I can make these. I wonder how many I would have to make in order to get myself up to... I mean, it may not be the most cost-effective way. The 450 monolite ore for the breastplate. It seems quite a lot. And the mono hardened breastplate. Crafting cost of 227 versus 316. So it costs me more to make these. Your stirrups sell all day and your hoof plates are less often. Okay, Snaxiramus, thank you for that. So I'm tempted to go off-piste on this. I'm going to go and get myself all the way past 90 using mainly these two. I will start with some stirrups because we can sell those first directly, and then we can move on to the hoof plates and get the rank 2 and the 3, and then send some of those over to Samadan and make those into some more things there. That will get me to 113, I would say. There's not much point doing the breastplate really, unless I can get something good from that. The sell rate's terrible anyway, and the skeleton key has a negative crafting cost anyway, because I think a lot of people were probably using something like WoW Professionals to do that, and that's not as useful because I've got a rogue to do that. And the hoof plates on your server sell for hardly anything. Interesting. At the moment we're okay. At the moment we're at 355, so the market seems buoyant. 0.18 sale rate compared to 0.28 here, so I'm going to start with stirrups and work over from there, I think. Blacksmithing and leveling can turn them into mount shoes. Yeah, that's the thing. If I take the hoof plates, and I can send them to my enchanter. So let's see how many of each of these we can make with the standard. We can make 41 of each of these. So let's start with some stirrups. Let's make some of these. Keys used to open stuff in the dungeon if you don't have a rogue in the group. Oh, that's actually a good idea. I hadn't thought of it like that. So I'll just make a bunch of these. Get myself up to... well, I'm thinking up to 95. Then we can get the rank 2 for the hoof plates. And then jump in on that. I mean, this is a lot of stirrups. I'm not sure I can sell this many this quickly. I've gone yellow now. That's interesting. 82. We may not get up to 95 on this. We're missing a few here. Okay, we've used up that to get us to 88. So that's a big bunch of stuff used up. Let's learn everything up to that now. I like to complete my collection on recipes as we are anyway. So all that can go through. Now we can just check that on TSM, so it's got a new set of stats that we can have a look at. And then we've got some... now where are we at? We are at 88 at the moment. So you are suggesting at 88 to 95 we make the rank 1 honourable combatants plate arm guards. Kaidar, thank you very much. 3 months in a row and 4 total. That's very kind of you with your sub. It's incredibly kind of you. Thank you very much for your support. It's super appreciated. Lovely to have you here. I love stirrups. Use them on all your 3 herb lists. Okay, so that's good to know. I will definitely think about... well, I'm going to certainly try and sell these. Farmers use them a lot for their box team. Unlocked some embroidered deep sea bags, but contemplating why people would go for a huge price just for +2 bag space, because sometimes you just need the extra bag space. I've done it on Samadan. I bought the bags there. I've got this 30 slot here on El Morte here. So our bags are looking probably quite full at the moment, so let's have a look at what we could do next. So you're saying I need, according to this, we need some honourable combatants plates arm guards. Not necessarily wanting to do the, pardon me, need the actual rank 2 and 3s here, not those. Plate arm guards here. Crafting cost is 351. The your friend needs some long voice chats for the one he just bought. Is that for... Oh, your friend needs some? Oh, we'll actually put some in. That's fantastic. Congratulations for your friend. Oops, I just clicked the wrong thing. Congratulations to your friend Silent Mouse. That's actually brilliant. What was it? And kind of with 100 bits as well. Working towards that new bit badge. This isn't about you. That's fantastic. Kaida, thank you very much. Makes some sense when you put it that way. Those 8 extra slots is 1,600 extra herbs you can carry. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, Jake, certainly. Another long boy for a family. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant, Silent Mouse. Congratulations. So, plate arm guards. I will need... hold on, we're not saying we need any expulsum here for this. Or was I thinking it was the wrong one? No, we don't need any for here. So the rank 2 and 3s will avoid for the moment. We'll need 300 storm silver ore. And the elemental flux we can buy from the trainer. So, whoops, let's just make those bigger again. So elemental flux we can buy, storm silver ore. We have 18 in my bags, so we can go and buy some more of that at the moment. Let's go over here. Oh, look at that sunset, isn't that beautiful? Let's go over here. Oh, there's a... I'll use my Brutosaur just in case they disappear. Nothing as yet has shown us bag sizes, Kaidar, so as far as I know it could still be 32 as the maximum. When once they start going beyond the size of the herb bags and things like that, the 36 slotters, then I can see those markets definitely disappearing and people getting just the big 36 slot bags. So let's have a look. Storm silver ore. So this is currently at 9 gold 99. Okay, and we need... Oh, this doesn't get tracked in TSM if I buy it through here. Said we needed 300, we've already got 18, so that's 280... No, 278. No, it's not. 282. Would cost me 2,800 gold to buy all of those. That's reasonable at that price. I'll take that. There we go. And we'll collect that up, and then we'll need to go to the trainer for that. So let's jump over here, go onto flying, jump over this. I know I could buy more stuff in the same time, but I'm going piece by piece here at the moment. I think even better stacking would be better than bigger bags. Like even Alan Boys just for bragging rights. I'm not trying to be negative. I really don't know. They have a whole load of utility, really. Just the fact that you can just bring one up, buy things as and when you need it, it's just more than convenience. Plus, it's a great big dinosaur, which is it's just great. So those two reasons, I like them. Oh no, we needed the browsing the goods, didn't we? How much elemental flux did we need? Let's check. Storm silver ore, you'll need elemental flux from the blacksmith. Didn't list them in the guide, because you just buy a bunch from the vendor. Okay, we'll just buy a bunch then. Like a stack. That will keep me in that for the moment. And then blacksmithing wise. So we can make 10 of these. Is that how many we needed to make? Yes, it was 10. Oh, we didn't actually need to do 10 because this is 85 to 95. And we're already 88. So let's create all until we get to 95. That'll be easy enough. 94, 95. There we go. So then the next thing will be to get the rank 2 for the hoof plates. Lots of extra stuff here as well. Loads of recipes. Really nice to see. How are we doing for space? We've got 60 left. Some of this we're going to need the expulsion for potentially. Some of this we can send over to Samadan for the veiled crystals to recoup some costs that way. The where are they? Where's the hoof plates? The stirrups rather. Oh, there they are. Oh, they're quite nice because they stack up. So we've got 41 of those. We'll try selling those. We'll make a little group for that. Yeah, we'll need a bunch of expulsum to get over the 145 to 160 hump. Okay, thank you, Snacksy Ramis. We'll be approaching that at some point soon. The rate we're going at the moment, doing really well so far. So the next thing here was, so we've got mono hardened hoof plates. Now apparently if we go and kill some creatures, we should get the next drop on this quite easily. So I think they said it's quite high, like with humanoids, 10 to 20 was easy enough. So we've got some humanoids over in the cloth farm over down at Hook Point, haven't we? Which is down here. So we could probably just go there quite easily. That would be a good start, I think. Let's have a look. Potato Fruitcake, love the name. Just found out about me whilst beginning your quest towards the Brutal on EU's 3rd biggest server. Good luck. What server is that one? I wish you all the best in your journey. Also time saved by not porting to Dalaran major cities and then auction house NPCs. Yeah, that is very true. Right, 1-2. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. We're just learning blacksmithing at the moment, which is really good fun. Is this the area I wanted? I'm trying to remember it. Is this Hook Point, or is Hook Point down here? I think it is down here. These are the humanoids I was thinking of. The ruffians, let's try one. Now this is my first time combat as 120. Obviously my gear is not so good now. So let's see how easy this is. Oh, it's okay so far. Slow, but okay, that's fine. On Kazakh, is it? Ah, I've never tried Kazakh. I know Draenor is particularly slow, certainly. Velanita, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. I think people are getting obsessed by it. Whoever never into gold making does add a lot of unnecessary stress for them. But I think you wanted mine as soon as you heard of it. Yeah, I was the same as Will. Basically, as soon as I heard it, it was like, yep, definitely want that one. So let's just, I guess we'll just walk around, grab a few. Grab these whilst I'm here. A couple at a time seems okay, seems reasonable within my skill set. And it's not too far away, which is nice. Oh, pressing the wrong button, that's why. I was pressing 8, not 6. Nothing as yet. That's only 4 mobs down though, so still got plenty of time. Take you. There we go. Yeah, Drain was the largest one, certainly. You sound like you was constantly re-rolling on new servers for a long time. You've been making steady progress so far. Excellent, good to hear. Take another one whilst we're here, and a second one whilst we're there. Shouldn't take me too long, hopefully, to get this rank 3. From humanoids at least. What profession goes well with inscription other than herbalism? I would suggest alchemy, especially if you are going to be buying your herbs off the auction house. Then you can decide which balance to do with your herbs and your alchemy, which way to go, either alchemy or inscription. Ah, there we go. Rank 3 Monol Hardened Hoofplates. That was quick. I was only about 10 mobs in the end. So let's head over back this way. Or enchanting, as Wave says it requires the same rep as inscription. Ah, that's a good point actually, thinking about the reputation. I like your thinking. Buy another 6 months gameplay, or keep the liquid gold for the upcoming mount crafting. Interesting, Silent Mouse. I mean, I bought my 6 months game time today, just because I need it. I've only got about 12 days left. You generally only pair gathering professions with other gatherings and craftings, with or other craftings. That makes sense. I can understand why you do that. I've got my inscriptionist is separate to my alchemist, and they both have herbalism, and it gives me more options that way. Really, I could always drop one at a later date, I guess. Right, let's learn whilst we're here. Recipe rank 3 Monol Hardened Hoofplates. So we can make excuse me. We can make these 95 to 115. We've got rank 3 here. We need 300 monolite ore to do this 95 to 155. So let's go and purchase that. And then we'll look next. Monolite ore. I'll borrow your auction house if I may.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2
Monolite ore. Oh, it's all in the same one, so that's fine. We can use TSM for that. That makes it easier. Already got free game time till the 23rd of October. Okay, you're well covered then, certainly. At 86%. You know what? I'm tempted to buy out all of this because I'll probably find a use for it. 6,000 gold. Might as well for the moment.
If you find anything exotic, bring it.
So we'll buy that. Might be a bit of overspending, but you never know. Sometimes it's useful. We could always try and flip it and sell it for more later. So we're back into the... Excuse me, got hiccups now. Monol Hardened Hoof Plates. We need to make 20 of them to get us to 115. So let's start with 20 of those. I'll create those with our rank 3. That's easy enough. Chump change. What's that for? The 1,040,000 at the moment. Yeah, is that for 6 months? Is it 1 million gold? Although you get it for slightly less, don't you? You don't have to buy. You don't have to buy 6 tokens, do you? No, you only have to buy 5. For the Super Shuffle, are there rep requirements for the Leatherworker and the Tailor? Not really, no. Bacon Snacks. The Leatherworker, I don't think I've done any at all on him. Oh, we seem to be missing... Did I interrupt this? Let's create a few more. Just to get myself to 115. There we go, till it's gone green. Right, okay, so that's easy enough from that point of view. So we've got a lot of stuff here that we could probably either send on to Samadan or we can start scrapping some of this to get ourselves a little bit extra, and we can put some of this on the auction house. So at 115, let's have a look. We need to, let's go to the mailbox, and then we can send the obvious ones to Samadan first, and then we'll work out from there. So send factory 11, that's fine. Can do up to 12. So that is going to get converted into veiled crystals. So we'll send that. Thank you very much. And then all of this, brass plates, they're all fairly cheap. The waist guard is that's got 1,000 profit on that. I don't think that's actually accurate. All of those I think I'm going to get rid of on the scrapper because I might need some expulsum. I'm also going to make myself a group. We've got a new blacksmithing group here. So what I'm going to add in first, so I'm going to try selling some hoof plates, and some I'm going to send to Samadan, and the stirrups I'm going to sell maybe 10 at a time for the moment. So let's make a group here and call it Monol Hardened. That should work. And then, no, that's probably not worth it because these are all Monol Hardened as well. We'll call this Mount Stuff. There we go. That would make more sense. So we're going to add into this group the stirrups and the hoof plates. We'll add those two in, and then we'll have a group operation for these for auctioning those. And this is going to be, let's make a new operation. Actually, we'll use this one, average region and DB market craft min. We'll make a copy of that. That will probably be easiest because I'm going to limit this to 10. But a lot of operations here I don't really need anymore now. Could probably do with thinning out this profession. All these groups, there's a lot of this I don't need. So I'll take this, is currently at 48, so post cap to 5. So what I'm going to do is take a copy of this, and I'm going to call this times 10. Is going to be my average here. Average region and DB market. Let's look at this operation and see how it works. So post cap is going to be 10. We're not going to have an undercut. This is an old group. Obviously we don't want this now. We don't need a bid, so we'll just reset that to 100%. So our minimum price here is maximum between either 110% crafting or 40% of the average between DB market and DB region market average. Have I done Najatar on this too? No, I have not actually. We'll probably have to go through and open that up as well. I've literally just turned 120 today. Not spend IRL money on subscription expansion tune boosting, whatever's really awesome feeling. Yeah, that's exactly my thoughts as well. Yeah, I have to finish it. I don't have the commands, Naught, but if there's something you want, please do ask in chat, and I'll try and answer it as best as possible. So my maximum price here is 600% crafting on 300% in the average, and my maximum here for normal is 400% crafting or 120% in the average of those. So that seems quite reasonable as far as operations go. So I'll have that in my mount stuff. Under group operations, we'll add in average DB region and DB market craft min times 10 as my operation. That's it. That's where you're at. You thought you were stuck at 150, but the trainer was there. Oh right, yeah, that could be tricky, couldn't it? In terms of the uncanny gear, do you need to be 175? I'm suspecting you probably do, don't you? How are we doing for time? We've still got half an hour left, so let's have a look at what we could do here. So mount stuff. Well, I'm not going to do a crafting operation just yet because I do have a stock that I want to get rid of first before I start relisting these on, or remaking them rather. So we'll keep this basic for now.
Have anything ancient
So in terms of auctioning, let's put mount stuff on.
centuries on?
So there we go, model hardened hoof plates and stirrups. We're doing 10 of each, undercutting the competition on there and there. So that's good. You found it on the website. Okay, fantastic.
If you find anything exotic,
Yes, or if you're looking for the shuffle spreadsheet, there's a direct link to it there, if that's useful. Can't be bothered to farm the reps again. Yeah. Don't forget to upload the blacksmiths to the paste bin later. Yeah, it's a good idea, Silent Mouse. I'll do that along with it. I'll need to do a video going through this. Maybe I'll edit this video down into a sort of like leveling blacksmithing video, and then we can look at what we can do beyond that. So in terms of what we've got here, the rest of this I'm looking to scrap. That trinket is 272. I'll stick with my heirlooms for the moment. Let's head to the scrapper. I haven't even done the scrapping quest here. So the main thing here, looking at all of these, is to basically scrap those to see if I can get some expulsum. Some of these are less cost effective, but I figure it might as well be a good way to start. Let's queue all of this up. Master Louis, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. There's 2 expulsum already. That's a good start. Let's see what we get next in the next lot of stuff. Grinding rank 10 in classic. Oh, congratulations! That's quite the feat. Well done on that. Yeah, it should be by the end of the week. Don't mind the competition if stuff sells anyway, which it always does. Exactly. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. We are leveling blacksmithing at the moment. Another profession for my arsenal of characters. Just collecting up some expulsum, which we may need later on. So we might as well get it now with some of the stuff we've crafted, and get some materials back as well. I'd forgotten that. So it's doubly cost effective. Get ourselves some return on our investment. We started off with just over 104,000. Eagerly waiting my YouTube video on the deep dive into TSM operations. Yes, thank you for the reminder, Silent Mouse. I need to make a list of all the videos I want to make, because it's huge, of all the different things I want to do. That being one of them. It's just making the time for it. I do have time, but it's a question of prioritising it, which is always a trick. Time for war. Don't need that. Let's not get sidetracked whilst we're carrying on here with blacksmithing. So we are at 115. We've done the rank 3s, and now we're up to the next section. The materials required for this part depends on if you have any marks of honour, or if you're willing to do PvP to get some. If you don't have any mark of honour, but want to reach 145, your best option is to wait until you get revered with Honourbound or 7th Legion, and then buy the rank 3 Storm Steel recipes. Okay, need a lot of expulsum to reach 175. Okay, 175 is fine. So levelling with Mark of Honour, buy the rank 2 and 3 Sinister Combatant Plate Arm Guards, and that will give you 30 of those. Needs 30 expulsum, 450 storm silver ore, and 120 platinum ore. If you don't have any marks of honour, it will cost you 640 storm silver. Well, that's for the rank 3. If you got the rank 3, and the rank 3 was dependent on having... where was it? The 7th Legion, wasn't it? In terms of reputation, I got a feeling that I'm just friendly with them, so that's definitely... you can start making a list of me. Excellent, Silent Mouse, that's a good start, definitely. Sad thing is, the end of the expansion, medium load pop realms performs a lot worse than full high pop servers. Do you think so, Metcat? I mean, I'm still making gold here at the moment, but obviously I don't have any other comparison with the full realm, certainly. Shadowlands should be nice though, like I said, set yourself no real targets gold-wise for the remainder of BFA. Just want to get into position for Shadowlands and have fun. That sounds like the perfect thing to do, Will. I'll be doing the same myself. So options here. We can't do the reputation thing because we don't have that. So marks of honor would be the next thing. Now I do have some marks of honor. I was hoping to save some for some uncanny gear. I believe I don't have them on me at the moment. No, I think I'm going to have to log out and go over to Earthen, who is probably the last character to have any. He's usually the Mark of Honor custodian. Either Earthen or Samadan will have it. Only Nerivar, thank you very much for the follow. And Walmol, thank you very much. 11 months of resubscribing with your Prime. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for your support. Very much appreciated. And Valentina, thank you very much for the follow as well. Very kind of you. Mark of Honor, here we go. So, actually, Samadan has 2 in his bags, and Earthen has 12. So, let's send... Oh, we've got some expires here as well. Let's deal with those. Take those off. And Jamja93, thank you also for the follow. So we'll do that, and then we will send these over to El Mote. Send that over. Then we'll repost on our auctions that just expired. I would prioritise the uncanny gear since I hopefully will make more of those. I got a feeling the same, Silent Mouse. I've got a feeling that even if it's going to cost me more Expulsum, the pain it is to get Marks of Honor, because the next comp stomp's not till August, means that I would rather spend extra gold, especially because I can get the Expulsum myself as Samadan relatively easily. So that's another option. So we'll post that lot on. We'll keep the Marks of Honor sent over anyway. So I'm going to... What was it we needed? Let's have a look. So rank 3, if you don't have any Marks of Honor, so we need 115 to 120 with rank 1 Honourable Combatants Plate Greaves is 250 Storm Silver ore, and then to 22 to 40 it requires Revered without, probably have to craft a lot more since the recipe will be green at the last few points. Yeah, so this is the kind of like the sticking point. No, I don't have a blacksmithing tool. This is the first one I've created, so it's a good start for me. Now let's have a look. What are my options here? I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll just have a look and see where we're at, and see if I can find any other paths through this that we might be able to slightly brute force our way through it, even if it requires a little bit more gold. It does look like a sort of slight sticking point on this. Terry Katz, thank you for the follow. So let's have a look. Where are we facing? This way. Let's fly over that way. Don't think there's anything more I need to buy on my trainer yet. Let me have a look. Although, no, there is. Sinister Combatants. Let's get all of those. I love buying extra recipes. So all of that's come through. It's 5 days till Dartmouth Fair. That's another good point. You can get another 5 skill points that way. But let's see. Let's assume I didn't. So we need Expulsum for the rank 1 Sinister Combatants arm guards and platinum ore. So I could at least make these with Expulsum and the platinum ore. I don't mind doing that if this is the best way to run through them, because everything else is not orange here at this point. And in terms of TSM, in terms of crafting cost, let's look at this. So this is 561, including my mat cost of 128 for Expulsum. So in terms of crafting costs, the next thing here is, well, we've got the Honourable Combatant Plate Boots is 436, and then the Plate Arm Guards are there at 322. I'm looking at things that I can skill up for a price, really. The weapon's definitely a no-no. Nothing else there. And we could possibly do some more monol hardened hoof plates, but I don't think there's really going to be much gains from those at 172 versus guaranteed skill ups more up at this point. So my temptation here, looking at this, would be to maybe make a couple of plate boots to see if I can get a skill up, and then move on to the Sinister Plate Arm Guards and just use up Expulsum for this. So I'll start with that. Let's start with the boots. A couple of those gets me to 117, and then this lot is going to be Storm Silver Ore and Platinum Ore, so I'll need to buy a bunch of this. So let's go and purchase some of that. How are you, Terracats? Good to have you here. Oh, you had the US date in my head. Oh, right, okay. So many tunes over the place. 12 110s on Argent Dawn, 5 on Shadow Song, 10 on Taramil, and several assorted others. That's quite the mix. That's quite the mix indeed. And I've already forgotten what I needed. So let's go over here. So we need Platinum Ore and Storm Silver Ore. So Storm Silver Ore we were looking at already. Did I buy some? I've got 18 in the Guild Vault, 11 on me. So we probably need a good bunch of this, would be my guesstimate. So I'm thinking like 500, which is 5,000 gold, which is okay from our coffers. And then I also have Platinum Ore. Ore, we'll have a look for that. That's at 8 gold 75. We need less Platinum Ore, so maybe let's just buy half of that at 250. These are guessing numbers now. That's okay. The likelihood is we'll reuse anything in our crafting for extra things as we level up and as we start making stuff for a profit. All good. You bought 80,000 tie spray linens, so 1 gold 50. Very nice. Vendoring pants and watching my stream. That's a good use of your time, certainly. Even gets easy money. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. We're going to just pick up let's pick up everything, including the Marks of Honor. That should keep me going for a little while. Then we can head on back. I really like the sunsets in Borealis. They're really, really nice. And a serial server roller. Right, so moving on to here. So we can make 5 to 9 of these at the moment. Let's have a look. Make 5 of those rather, and that's the Expulsum Elemental Flux. To get the rank through, rank 2 would cost us 2 Marks of Honor, but I'm going to leave that for the moment because I don't really. I mean, I could think about this for the Expulsum Shuffle at a later date, but I don't think these are going to be as cheap. I mean, I would like to get maybe some rank. The Plate Arm Guards. Where's the Arm Guards? Do I actually? There we go. There's the Arm Guards. That's got a crafting cost of 322. If I got that further down, Sinister is got a crafting cost of 561. That's still quite expensive, so I don't think that's going to get it a lot less. So let's make 5 of these with what we have at the moment, and then we're going to need a whole load of Expulsum. So best way I can think of for Expulsum is to use Samadan to make a whole load of bracers, and then we'll make those braces, send them back to El Morte, and then get ourselves some Expulsum, and then power through this barrier here up to 145, and then we can go the Notorious way, and then we also need to do Nazjatar as well. So we need to do that as well. So rather than spend the rest of the stream just going through and doing that, as Mushy has kindly reminded me, we've only got 10 minutes left, so we could probably look at, where are we at the moment? We can send those to Samadan, and then we can probably look at, we need to start the quest for Nazjatar, I imagine. Time for War is probably the main one. What have we got here? Time for War. Report to Wyrmbane and Paralis. Is that going to be my first one? I've got a load of quests here in Tiragard Sound I need to finish off. Alliance War Campaign. That will be basically the... No, that's not... That is the start of it, isn't it? I don't think I've done anything here. I've just literally powered straight through these levels. Storm's Rage, the Assault. Ride Storm's Feather. Okay, we don't need to really bother with that at this point now that we've got the thing there for that. Get 800 platinum ores in a guild bank. They won't go up in the price. You want them to be 50 gold each. I was just about to say 10 minutes left of stream. Damn it, she's faster on the keyboard. Yes, definitely. She's got me covered. Time for War is the Nazjatar storyline. Is it, Runa? Okay, thank you for that. I was wondering. So we need to get that done. So we can probably just have a look at that now. What do we have here?
Your legend.
Time for War. Right, Fragment. Okay, so we've got World Quests and the Flight Master's Whistle. That's useful. And then we've got Supplies Needed Storm Silver Ore now. That is just to give us Azurite, so probably not. World quests have been unlocked, and then what will be next in terms of What You May Regret and a load of scrap, and on Whispered Winds a load of stuff here. Or this is all for our map. This is all for our map thing, isn't it? Falstead will take you. And then Matthias, what have you got for me? Mission from the King. Falstead, complete that. Send Falstead on a mission. We'll do that. Okay, Wolf's Offensive, this is the one. This looks like the one I think we need to do. Accept that. Let's take that. Just in time, just informs new intelligence recently learned on the Horde fleet. That was it. Yep.
For country, for family.
And then you are over here. Meet me on the Wind's Redemption. That's where we are. Is it not? Yes, we are here. No, we're in a different area. Hold on. What's that quest? Speak to you now. Oh, we need to put him in this rest area so he gets his rest. Hold on. Where you pick up the mythic chest with the map. Yeah, I was thinking that in that area. What do we need here? Cirrus. What You May Regret. Greymane is waiting, ready to set sail. There we go. That was it. And then we get this. This is when they all fall in and do their thing. Haven't watched this in a while actually. Let's have a look at this. I do love their cinematics. These kind of like these blends between in-game cinematics. This is the kind of stuff I would like to do myself using WoW assets. I've got loads of ideas of things I'd love to do on this one. Because it's quite nice because you can use the in-game assets. I'm not going to be able to complete this, not in this time, no. But we'll enjoy this cinematic just to enjoy the end. I mean, The thing also is the facial rigs on these are really amazing. The subtle expressions here and Illidan as well in Legion. Their facial rigs are, even for such a low poly character, they are really well done to give them all the nuances of facial expression. I'm on a slightly strict time schedule in terms of I try to finish at 10 most nights when I stream, because I still want to spend time with my family just before bed, and it is a work day, so I tend to be fairly strict on that front. I mean, these cinematics are just great. Yeah, we do, me and my daughter do reading every night as well. So we're going through fantasy novels galore at the moment. Reading Mistress of the Empire at the moment, which is really good. Going through all my favourite fantasy novels, which is really good fun. No problem, right one too. Lovely to have you here. They could have... It got a bit confusing, Nashitar. All this stuff with the ships and things falling down was great. They could have done more with that, I guess. There's be an expansion M-Boss, but no. Yeah, I mean, this is great. Do I have a picture of me without the beard? From a long time ago, yes. I think I've even tweeted it before.
You should have stayed in the water, snake.
Let's go here. We could probably fly through some of this, can't we?
Many dead.
Where are you? There you are.
You have my attention.
Complete that. Accept that. Fly over here. This will be easier. Complete that. Accept that. Yeah, so you miss things like that. The stuff falling down is brilliant. Do we need to actually go down?
What would you ask the daughter?
Never give up. Leap off the waterfall. I wondered what would happen if you fly off it. There we go. No problem with the cutscenes weren't that great this expansion, but the CGI ones were superb. I love them all. I think they're fantastic. Oh, we're going to mine here. This is a good start. Osmanite deposit. Might as well make the most of it whilst it's here. And this might be a safe place to stop, actually. I don't want to go too far into it, because I know then we have to go through all the other stuff and start killing things. So before we get too far into there, you've never seen this on the Alliance side. Oh, it's really nice. I think I've done the Horde one as well now. But yeah, the Alliance one, it's a nice perspective seeing both of them. That's why I want to really go through and do all the Horde storyline as well. So yeah, I think it'll probably be a good idea if I finish it here rather than carry on with the questing there. So let's go and have a look and see if we can throw a host on over to anyone who's online at the moment. We have... Is that the actual Jet 2014 is actually streaming? I haven't seen Jet in a long time. Hold on, let's have a look. An old gold maker of old. Let's have a look. Is currently flying around. Professor is back. Reset farming. TSM help available. No webcam today. Well, there we go. Let's throw a host over to Jet. Oh, I just moved my windows off there. Couldn't see them. There we go. And let me just bring that back. And there we go. I want to say, before I do that, a big massive thank you to everyone who's hung out and chat tonight. Your support and company has been, as always, absolute pleasure. We're going to throw... where's the window here? Hold on. Raid Jet 2014. Okay, so my next... have a Wednesday. Take care and have a Wednesday. Thank you very much. Thank you all. We're going to send some love over to Jet 2014, who is a old-time gold maker, casual gamer, very nice guy. So yes, my next stream will be on Thursday, So all permitting, and me not eating too late like I was today. So until then, I hope you have a lovely couple of days of gold making. I'll see you very soon. Happy reset day tomorrow for those of you who are on EU, and I will see you all on Thursday. Let's send a raid over to Jet.